In this movie, do the aliens and the humans ever talk in private?
No, not really.
No private conversation?
Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, I checked out The Fall Guy, and this 2024 film was directed by David Leitch and stars Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, and Winston Duke, among others, of course. The story of this movie is that Ryan Gosling is this stunt performer, and right at the beginning, we see him kind of flirting with Emily Blunt's character on set. But then he has an accident, and he's out of commission for a year and a half. And then during that time, they kind of lose contact with each other, and Emily Blunt actually becomes a director herself. And so Ryan Gosling kind of gets roped into this sci-fi epic movie because the producer says that Emily Blunt's asking for him by name. So he says, sure, let's do it. And he goes and hopes to kind of rekindle his romance with her. And he certainly, tries. And of course, Emily Blunt's, not having it, especially after he kind of ghosted her. And so they kind of have that to work through. But then the main actor on the movie goes missing. So the producer sends Ryan Gosling to go and find him. And along the way, he gets in so much fights and beats up so many different people and does all these different kind of crazy stunts along the way that it's really kind of half action, half drama with this movie. And so what will happen? Will they have a happy ending? Well, for that, you gotta watch the movie and find out. All right, so let's discuss this movie. Well, with this one, my partner actually chose this one for us to watch. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed it, surprisingly. I didn't really know what to expect going into it. I thought it was kind of a comedy of errors type of thing going on. And with this one, it's an action drama. It's really interesting that way. All of the action stuff, Ryan Gosling's going around and he's not a kung fu master, but he certainly has all of the skills to do some really cool fight scenes, and that's wonderful to see. And then with the drama and the romance stuff, it's all very kind of light-handed, and so I would say that works for what it is. And so there really is kind of something for everyone in this movie, whether you're there for the cool action or the kind of the romance stuff. They both work for what they are, and I think they also work for if you're interested in the opposite works for you as well. So if you're in it for the action, the romance works for you, and if you're in it for the romance, the action works for you. So overall, that kind of combines. So I think be just kind of a wonderful experience watching it. I would say it's the perfect date movie that way as well. So if you're there for the action or the romance, it's something for everyone to enjoy. In addition, it is about a stuntman, so you do expect really good stunts. And there's a lot of good stunts in this one. A lot of it kind of has some CGI elements, maybe a deep fake kind of thing going on. And I gotta say, they were all really impressive. Even sometimes I was oh, this one's all CGI, because they even talk about that inside the movie, oh, we'll just do this scene in CGI. And so I was trying to pick out when they had the CGI and stuff like that. But from the credits, they kind of do all these blooper rolls of all of the stuntmen doing their work. And I gotta say, that really was good to seeing all of these stunt workers do it that way, and just the amount of kind of effort that goes into it, I thought was really good. So all the stunts certainly do work in this one. Furthermore, I thought Ryan Gosling did a good job in this one. I like him in a lot of different things. Not everything, but a lot of different things. I think he's such an enjoyable actor. Whether he's playing Ken or whoever, you just kind of like seeing him on screen. With this movie, it reminds me very much of another movie he did with Russell Crowe. I think it was called Nice Guys. And so I think a lot of people, like that movie. So if you like that movie, you can certainly press play on this one and I think have a good time. And that brings me to what doesn't work with this film. Well, to tell you the truth, it's just a fun, summer romp of a movie that you can just, eat some popcorn, turn your brain off and watch. I would say that nothing about it is serious. So it gives you that fun tone, but doesn't leave you impressed with anything, or except maybe the stunt work. The stunt work is very impressive, but for the story, the characters, the acting, all that different stuff, nothing particularly stands out. It's just a fun movie that's not serious. It's never serious. And so is that a bad thing? I guess. It doesn't leave you wanting more or anything like that. Once it ends, you're okay, that was fun, but I'll move on to the next thing, right? And so that is I guess it's a bad thing if I'm including in this section, but it's also a good thing if you're just looking for, a fun 2 hours or whatever it is. As for a recommendation, it's a great date movie. I would certainly recommend it. Share it with your significant other. I thought that would be, very good. Other than that, if you like Nice Guys, if you like kind of just that fun movie, yeah, press play on this one. It is certainly fun. As for a rating, well, surprisingly, I'm going to give it a 7. It was certainly good that way. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.